Send me art that I can use for the channel. Click the links for email, Discord, t-shirts. The other channels sell the same quality shirts for $23. I sell mine for $11.57, the exact same cotton shirt. Want to make your own design? Send me your art and we will split it. And if you can name that song that was playing, I don't know, you'll win something. I am excited for Star Wars. I want to see how they, but don't quote the lyrics in the comments because that'll get the channel taken down. I want to see how they can possibly try to redeem Star Wars 9. Can they? No, of course not. It's impossible. But they don't care. It'll still gross $2 billion, probably more than $2 billion, because we are sheep who will consume the garbage they feed us. Okay, they do a couple of things right in these rumors, and they're probably some validity to them. Because when you make a movie that has 10,000 people working on it, you got thousands of eyeballs who are looking at the script. So there's just no way to keep that contained. Not in the day of social media. Probably pre-2000, you could contain this kind of stuff, but no longer. Or at least slow down the wildfire that would spread with these things. So they do a couple things cool. Some of the rumors make sense, but then the rest of it is just vagina power does everything. Okay, some screenings, different cuts. Doomcock has got an insider talking about the opening scene on Rey running in the woods. Luke was talking to her in her head, training her from beyond the grave, the same way Obi-Wan advised him. Well, yeah, but you also had, in the Empire, you had Yoda training Luke for months. Who knows? Who knows how much time was passed? So he actually had real training. The ghost of Obi-Wan was just he gave advice, but it was Yoda who actually gave him the physical training. Luke tells Rey that Force is all about instinct. Scene goes on, Leia appears and informs Rey her training is almost complete. So what, a minute of training? Great. Good going, yes. Time's come for her to face Kylo Ren again. Why? Why is she facing Kylo Ren? What are they opposed on, and what do they hope to resolve? So Rey, Chewbacca, BB-8, Finn, and Poe, and the rest of the Munchkins leave to find Kylo Ren. They go to a desert planet, Dune, sand planet. It's the spice. Lo and behold, Kylo Ren looks as if he was looking for Rey as well, so I guess they're star-crossed lovers, which, yeah, why not make it a romance? He then details the scene with Rey confronting the TIE fighter in the first trailer occurs. So instead of just leaping over the ship, she does a backflip over a TIE fighter, probably going Mach 1. She uses her lightsaber to cut off one of the wings. Are lightsabers that powerful? I mean, at some point, I don't know. Physics in Star Wars is kind of whatever they want it to be. So his ship crashes. Okay. In Return of the Jedi, Luke was struggling to lift up C-3PO. To make him, the golden god, so they wouldn't get eaten by the little Ewoks. He was struggling, and Luke and Vader are super powerful Jedis, but Rey can do a backflip over a spaceship. Okay, sure. They have a little lightsaber duel, but they sense a disturbance in the Force, so they stop fighting. It's something to do with the dark side, but even more threatening than Snoke. Well, Snoke wasn't that threatening. He was just a big CGI character, and my gosh, CGI sucks a bag of donkey feathers. CGI, stop with the CGI already. I would rather see puppets. Elevate the stage, and have the guys underneath there with the puppets. They look badass. CGI is not there yet. I don't know if it'll ever be there. So they put their battle on pause to destroy the new threat. Okay, whatever. It might be Emperor Palpatine. As his familiar laugh is heard. I can't do his laugh. All I remember is, do it. Strike him down in furious anger. Next scene, that might have been from Pulp Fiction, though. Pulp Fiction and Star Wars. They're on a water planet searching for Palpatine. Why? Palpatine would be on Kylo Ren's side? Probably. Finn is also apparently on the planet searching for his long-lost love, Rose Tico. He's trying not to get snuggled from her. After showing Finn, the screen returns, tries to redeem Kylo Ren, turning back to the lights. Nobody cares. Nobody's invested in the story. I'm not invested. Is Kylo Ren probably the best character in this new trilogy? Maybe. He's kind of likable. Rey is just not. Okay, so they start fighting again with Rey kicking his punk ass, bending him over, and sodomizing him, making him her bitch. Thanks, JJ. encouraging Rey to strike him down, letting her hate convert her to the dark side. You should just make her the bad girl, make her the Sith or something. I mean, subvert expectations, but in a good way. And it kills me that this movie is going to make $2.5 billion. Mark my words. Mark Wade my words. She declines to chop off his head after she shoots her load in his face, humiliating him further, and abandons him. He's probably pregnant now. So it's off on her own to seek out this disturbance in the Force. Okay, so she's almost completely untrained. And she goes off to fight the Emperor, who's arguably the most powerful guy in the galaxy right now, at least in the world of Sith and Jedi. Even in Jedi, Luke didn't go to fight the Emperor. He would just get extinguished. He went not to even fight Vader, who would have beat him. If Vader's heart was in the battle, he would have beat him, at least according to the canon and the lore of the movies at the time. Because Vader is his father, more powerful, had more experience. Luke didn't go to fight Vader. He went to try to save Vader. They've just done nothing right. It's like they haven't seen the movies. I don't know what to say. They haven't seen the movies. They don't understand the character motivations. Luke went to save his father from the dark side. If he had to fight his father, he would almost certainly lose. If he had to fight the Emperor, he would certainly lose. If he had to fight both of them, it would be over in an instant. Kylo Ren destroys his mask again. He destroyed it in the last movie or the first movie. The mask holds no significance to me. Vader wore a mask because he had to. It was part of his breathing apparatus, and he was all beat up from this fight. It made sense in that movie. You have this in this movie because the characters are so forgettable that Kylo Ren has to have an iconic mask so you know it's Kylo Ren. The Mary Sue girl, Rey, she has to have those arm bandages on, or else you will forget her because she's so forgettable. The only people who you don't need to remember them are Finn and Rose Tico. Finn because he's a black guy, and Rose Tico because she's so goddamn ugly nobody can forget her. Everyone looks at Rose Tico and thinks, who hit her in the face with a shovel? And why did they do it? Why did they do that to poor Rose Tico? Rey is shown the iceberg planet, seen in the trailer, nobody cares, and she discovers Palpatine. During this encounter, Palpatine details he knew that Vader would betray him, thus he took precautions. Okay, this is kind of cool. Everything that has transpired, I have foreseen it. That kind of works. I mean, he is the Emperor, and this isn't totally against the original trilogy. This kind of works for me. Rey's statement: Luke saw Vader kill Palpatine. Did he now? No, he didn't. He just saw him throw him down the tube. Palpatine looks like from Episode 3, nothing like the Emperor from Episode 6. Well, he was mostly in Episode 6. He was mostly in the wearing a hoodie over his face and shadows, which really works. Palpatine then reveals Vader killed a clone that was being controlled by the Emperor from whatever planet he's on. All right. I mean, it's a little bit like, I don't know. I mean, it's a little, what, God in the Machine, Deus Ex Machina. But it's kind of okay for me. Palpatine walks onto the set with the source speculating it could be Matt Smith. I don't know if Matt Smith is the original actor, if he's still alive from the 1988 movies. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Would that be from the 2000 movies? That would be cool. I mean, if the actor's still alive, why not use him? Yeah, I meant 1, 2, and 3 in 2000, not 77 or 83. Okay, they're searching for Rey, blah, blah, blah. Kylo Ren fixes his mask after smashing it. The mask doesn't mean anything. Just it doesn't matter to us. Rey and Palpatine, Kylo Ren joins them. Palpatine threatens to kill both so he can once again rule. Okay, well, he should easily be able to do this. Kylo Ren mocks the Emperor, noting all he sees is an old man. This doesn't make sense. All three of them are Force sensitive, so Kylo Ren would know how powerful the Emperor is by his presence in the Force. Think of it like space-time being distorted by mass. The more massive the object, the more dense the object, I should say the more massive the object, the greater the disturbance in space-time. You know, it's like a malleable sheet with a ping pong doesn't distort the field at all, but the bowling ball does. So this motivation, this doesn't make sense for the character. Emperor pulls out a hologram and tells Stormtrooper to execute Order 67. Okay, that's kind of cool. After giving the issue, the Star Destroyer seen in the trailer footage rise out of the icy water. The Emperor and Kylo Ren then prepare to fight. Okay, this is kind of cool. This kind of works for me. I mean, not enough that the movie's going to be good, but this is interesting. You have me. Screening that cuts back to Finn and Rose. Nobody cares about Finn and Rose. Iserberg, you got to get an editor, I guess. I mean, all this is on a budget. I guess I can't afford editors. I get that. But Iserberg has probably come up in spell check. They discover the massive fleet on Emperor-era ships. That's very cool. Leia gets in contact with Hux and the Resistance. First Order combines forces. Ship then drops out of hyperspace, massive, equipped with 2 Death Star cannons. Okay, this just means you don't have new ideas, and you have new ideas. You're just afraid to take the risk on them because the movie probably cost you. Well, I don't know what the movie cost. $250-350 million to film with all the CGI. And then the advertising is another 100. Yeah, so you're into this thing quite a bit. So you need to see like 800 million to $1 billion domestically. Rey and the Emperor are then seen fighting before it quickly cuts back to the giant fleet of ships. As the fleet battle commences, Resistance forces attempt to take out the Death Star cannons with the Space Horse cavalry. Okay. So this is just Return of the Jedi with the Ewoks. You just want toys to sell. I don't think anyone's buying these toys. I don't know. You can judge toy sales by Halloween costumes, how fired up kids are. And this Halloween kids weren't wearing Star Wars. During the space battle, Millennium Falcon is then destroyed with Lando Calrissian, Chewbacca, C-3PO, and R2-D2 all on board and confirmed dead. Go F yourself. You morons. Emperor is then seen again fighting Rey. It appears he has her beaten. Of course he would have her beaten. He's Emperor. She's just some silly Australian girl who is untrained. However, Rey receives aid from Leia. Poor Carrie Fisher. Drugs suck. Luke and Yoda who fight the Emperor. The Emperor ends up killing Leia. Rey teams up with Kylo Ren. They defeat the Emperor. What do you make of these alleged details from the rumored test screening? What I make of it is I think it's as good as they can possibly do. There's no way to save this movie. There's nothing can be done. You can't make this movie. No, there's no way to redeem this film. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. I'm sorry you had to be part of this crappy movie. I'm sorry everyone had to be part of this crappy movie. All right, guys, I will see this movie when it comes out because I'm excited to see just how bad it is. Like, comment, subscribe, send me your art, enter the whatever. Da 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 derp da derp da derp derp.